Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue on my part series. The week that was college football's history and review, the 1958 college football season, and now I'm on week 9, November 15th, 1958. Now we're going to start with the first game that was played that stood out was Clemson beating North Carolina State 13-6 as Clemson wrapped up the ACC title with two late scores against surprisingly rugged Wolfpack. Scoreless game turned early in the fourth quarter on a 51-yard Tigers drive against wilting NC State. Halfback Bill Mathis' 16-yard run poised halfback George Ushery for short touchdown plunge. Clemson cashed short march for 13-0 lead at the Wolfpack. Suffered awful 3-yard punt. Wolfpack fullback Don Hayford scored late, but it wasn't enough. Next, upset took place between Alabama and Georgia Tech as Alabama upset number 20 Georgia Tech by a score of 17-8. Coach Bear Bryant's improving Crimson Tide engulfed Georgia Tech with 17 points in first quarter as defensive end Baxter Booth pounced on fumble at Yellow Jackets' 21-yard line. So halfback Duff Morrison galloped 31 yards with interception to set up end kicker Pete Reeves' fullback field goal, and fullback linebacker Milton Frank made fumble recovery at 21-yard line. Quarterback Bobby Jackson scored both Alabama touchdowns. Engineers threatened all day, outgaining Tide 275 to 136 for as yards of offense is concerned, but only scored when alert star tackle Billy Shaw grabbed teammate halfback Cal James fumbled an advanced ball for the short touchdown in the third quarter. Another upset that took place during Week 9 of the college football season 1958, on November 15, 1958, was Tennessee upsetting number 7 Mississippi 18-16 as the Ole Miss bunched 16 points in second quarter on touchdown run and touchdown pass by quarterback Bobby Franklin. Tackle kicker Bob Kayat kicked 26-yard field goal. Tiny sophomore tailback Gene Eder sparked Tennessee to upset with sizzling fourth quarter 75-yard dash behind block a field goal. Carl Smith and his twist away from ankle tackle attempt by Rebels fullback linebacker Jim Anderson. Ole Miss nearly won, but usually reliable kicker Kayat missed late field goal after Rebels moved to Volunteers' 4-yard line. Kayat, the future chancellor of Mississippi, was notable for dating Ole Miss co-eds, each featured Miss America, Mary Ann Mobley and Linda Lee Mead. Number 4, Auburn beat Georgia by a score 21-6, Columbus, Georgia. Auburn quarterbacks Lloyd Nix and Long Richard Wood combined for 11 for 19 for 129 yards, interception passing, and each threw touchdown pass that built a 14-0 lead in third quarter. Wood lofted beautiful 44-yard touchdown in second quarter to halfback Bobby Lauder, who rocketed past pair of Georgia Bulldogs defenders to take touchdown in full stride at 5-yard line. Nix clicked on 11-yard touchdown pass to fullback Ed Dyers after Georgia halfback punter Bobby Walden, nation's leading punter with 45.4 yards average, squirted miserable 15 yards to Georgia 42-yard line. Lauder made brilliant 20-yard touchdown run for the 21 lead in fourth quarter, but Bulldogs battled to touchdown as quarterback Charlie Britt and halfback Fred Brown combined on 77-yard pass to 11-yard line as Britt found halfback Don Soberdash for touchdown on next snap. Next, number 1 Louisiana State won a nail-biter 7-6 win in Jackson, Mississippi, 7-6, as number 1 LSU Tigers had their hands full of growling Bulldogs who scored first on rain-soaked field and played threatening offense, masterful defensive game until halftime, and the LSU stopped early threat at its 5-yard line as halfback defensive back Billy Cannon. had 57 yards rushing on 13 carries and 2 fumbles, knocked down fourth down pass by Mississippi State quarterback Billy Stacy, and had to defend its 13 and 16-yard lines before end of first half. After Maroons gained fumble at Bengals 23-yard line, Stacy scored in second quarter on 10-yard option run around left end, but extra point was flown wide by defensive tackle kicker Bobby Tribble, who also missed a pair of field goals but was outstanding on defense for Mississippi State. Shortly after Maroons received second half kickoff, the Tigers' handy fullback linebacker J.W. Broadnax recovered fumble by halfback Gil Peterson at Bulldogs 34-yard line and got 14 and 54 yards to first down at 10-yard line. On fourth down, LSU quarterback Warren Rabb threw 5-yard touchdown to end Billy Hendricks. Senior fullback kicker Tommy Davis, military vet who played his first varsity game in 1953, made good on a vital extra point. Number 5, Wisconsin beat Illinois 31-12. Surprisingly effective passing fueled Wisconsin as quarterbacks Dale Hackbart and Sidney Williams combined for 12-26 for 227 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, and air over Champaign. Fighting Illinois quarterback Johnny Easterbrook threw well too, but Illinois did so mostly in catch-up posture. Badgers sprung 50-yard gain on lateral and run by fullback John Hobbs, halfback Ron Steiner that led to Hackbart's 4-yard run for 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Williams' 16-yard pass to halfback Ed Hart kept second advance rolling to Williams' 5-yard line touchdown run and 15-0 edge. So Easterbrook capped the 65-yard trip in the second quarter to his 32-yard touchdown pass to halfback Marshall Starks, but Wisconsin came back after poor Illinois punt to Hackbart's 16-yard touchdown arrow to Hart for 23-6 halftime edge. After second half kickoff, Illinois punted 67 yards on 14 plays to fullback Jim Brown's 2-yard touchdown lead. But Badgers were right back for a 6-yard touchdown trip of their own to move into second place in Big Ten. Now we had a big matchup between two top 16 teams, number 2 Iowa versus number 16 Iowa State, and number 2 Iowa lost to number 16 Ohio State 38-28. Each of two Big Ten juggernauts scored single touchdown in first quarter, added pair in second quarter, and earning matching 7 points in third quarter. But each time it was Iowa that had to play nerve-wracking role of team leading to catch up. The powerful Buckeyes fullback Bob White irked number 2 Iowa for the second year in a row, rushing for 209 yards on 33 carries, including a surprising 71-yard touchdown gallop. White carried on 11 of 14 plays on the decisive 61-yard drive in the fourth quarter that broke 28-28 tie after Hawkeyes scoring power stood toe-to-toe with Bucks. But kicker Dave Kilgore iced the verdict for Ohio State with 18-yard field goal with 2:12 left, with halfback defensive back Dick LeBeau made a midfield interception. Despite fateful late interception, Iowa quarterback Randy Duncan passed for Big Ten record to date, 23 completions and 33 attempts for 249 yards, including a short touchdown to halfback Willie Fleming that tied it late in the second quarter at 21-21. Adding to offensive show was Buckeyes halfback Don Clark, recovered from nagging injuries and who chipped touchdown runs of 25 and 37 yards. Next, we got number 6 Oklahoma shutting out Missouri 39-0. It's clinching title for their 13th straight Big 8 title, 11 outright. The Sooners lit aerial skies with 10 of 13 passes for 160 yards passing. Halfback Brewster Hobby caught 4 passes and threw 2 touchdown passes, including route launching 74-yard strike to end Ross Coyle off fake sweep in the first quarter. Passing game went opposite way for Missouri as Sooners returned 5 interceptions for 68 yards, including a quarterback defensive back Bobby Boyd's 38-yard touchdown return. Down only 2 touchdowns at halftime, persistent Tigers went 62 yards after second half kickoff, but quarterback Phil Snowden was halted on fourth down sneak at Sooners' 13-yard line by nose guard Dick Corbett and went brilliant center linebacker Bob Harrison. OU proceeded to roll to 4 additional scores. Upset took place for Pittsburgh as they lost as the number 14 team in the country to Nebraska by a score of 14-6. 3-touchdown underdog Nebraska slapped another unprepared Eastern traveler. Penn State had lost 14-7 in Lincoln on September 20th. Halfback Larry Navias accounted for all of Cornhuskers' points. He completed 2 short option touchdown passes to end Mike Eager and halfback Pat Fisher and caught 2-point throw by Fisher. Pittsburgh mined quarterback Bill Callender's touchdown to halfback Dick Haley from its belated fourth quarter passing attack. Pitt's bold hopes were dashed because its 339 yards to 189 yards offense advantage failed to materialize on the scoreboard. Number 9 Texas Christian beat Texas by a score of 22-8. Number 9 Texas Christian beat Texas by a score of 22-8. TCU took the Southwest Conference lead, but not before the Texas Longhorns line surprisingly outcharged massive Horned Frogs in the first half. Longhorns took 8-0 lead on touchdown by halfback George Blanche and fullback linebacker Mike Dowdles eased the end zone tackle for TCU end punter Jimmy Gilmore for safety. Texas might have added more points in the second quarter, but Frost guard Sherrell Hedrick blocked field goal try and in Bob Ryan lost fumble on end of quarterback Bobby Lackey's 52-yard pitch when he was hauled down by fullback linebacker Merlin Priddy at 10-yard line. TCU quarterback Hunter Ennis capped a 68-yard drive in the third quarter with a 1-yard touchdown plunge. Then tossed 2-point conversion to fullback Jack Spikes to tie it 8-8. Center linebacker Dale Walker picked off pass by Longhorns quarterback Larry Cooper to set up Purple Frogs scored early in the fourth quarter. After Walker's interception, Crafty Ennis nailed 11-yard touchdown pass to Gilmore for 15-8 lead. Now, final touch came from TCU halfback Marvin Lassiter, who rifled a 41-yard option pass to halfback Marshall Harris for touchdown. Steelers were crushed by Frogs defense in the second half to an extent of -5 yards net offense. Next, Texas A&M upset number 17 Rice 28-21. Texas A&M's 28-21 upset of Rice knocked Owls off first place perch in Southwest Conference after A&M and John Tracy caught fourth down touchdown pass in the first quarter, where the Owls came back for 14-7 lead in the second quarter as fullback Hart Peebles had a 63 yards rushing and 22 carries, powerful touchdown. Early in the third quarter of 14-14 deadlock, Aggies blocking back Gordon LeBeau corralled partially blocked punt by Don Smith and spared 55 yards to score go-ahead touchdown. Texas A&M soon added short touchdown run by 50 minutes tailback Charlie Milstead to build an insurmountable 28-14 lead. So Rice All-American and Buddy Dow scored late touchdown on 4-yard reception from third unit quarterback Bobby Wright. But it was not enough for Owls, who could not keep up with Milstead, who ran for 2 touchdowns despite ailments that had listed him as doubtful starter. And finally, Arkansas upset number 15 Southern Methodist 13-6. Off-beaten Arkansas rose up to treat its excited homecoming crowd to the year's top performance. Since Hawks would close this season with 4 straight wins, it paved way for successful 1959 edition of Razorbacks. So Arkansas defensive line was so frenzied in its pass rush of Southern Methodist ace quarterback Don Meredith that it sometimes leaped over Mustangs linemen. Still, Meredith scored first half's only touchdown on a 9-yard run in second quarter as he threatened pass on rollout from SMU's efficient spread formation. Razorbacks owned the second half as speedy halfback Billy Kaiser dashed 38 yards to touchdown and 7-6 lead in third quarter. Late in the third quarter, Arkansas cashed in interception of Meredith, which was flipped by center linebacker Wayne Harris to halfback defensive back Jim Muti. Quarterback Jim Monroe tagged on 10-yard touchdown pass to sub in Charlie Barnes. Boney's threatened late, but Moody came up with another interception in end zone. And later, Monroe knocked down 2 end zone tosses. Now, that concludes look at the week that was, week 9 of the 1958 season, November 15th. And now we're going to get into the AP poll. November 17th, the AP poll had Louisiana State number 1, number 2, Auburn, number 3, Army, number 4, Oklahoma, number 5, Wisconsin, number 6, Iowa, number 7, Texas Christian, number 8, Purdue, number 9, Air Force, number 10, Syracuse, number 11, Ohio State, number 12, Florida, number 13, Mississippi, number 14, Vanderbilt, number 15, Notre Dame, number 16, Clemson, number 17, North Carolina, number 18, Mississippi State, and number 19, California, and number 20, Northwestern. So that includes a look at week 9 of the college football season, the week that was November 15th, 1958. Getting close to finishing the recap of the 1958 season. So you can subscribe to the channel, like, comment, do whatever you can, support the channel. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.